Being honest, I mean, we're playing against a really good team, good coaching staff. They were well prepared. And some nights, you just don't have it. We didn't bring it on the defensive end. And for us, our defense has been key for us this season. So, they shot the ball well from three. And you got to give them credit. They played really well.
Okay, but your guards, I think in particular, Andre and Aljon struggled in that game. Was it something that FEU did to them in particular, or was it just an off game for them?
I mean, both, a little bit of both. They had a solid game plan coming in, and everybody knows basketball is a make or miss league, and our guys just didn't make shots. But those two guys, they're veteran guys, and I would take those shots that they were giving any day of the week.
Okay, and then Justin Baltazar. I mean, this guy's just been great this whole season. He was great also last game. I mean, how important is he to your team's success? And I guess, did you expect him to be playing this way when you first started coaching the team?
Yeah, I mean, when I got the job, he was one of the first people I reached out to. I wanted him to kind of expand his game. Now he's shooting the ball from three. I'd like for him to improve his ball handling, but he's been solid from the very first day I've been here. That's why, I'm confident in saying he's the best big man in our conference,
Okay, now, I know when I first had you here before the season, you were still confident that, or you were really hoping that your team would make it to the Final Four. Here, you're in fifth place, still in a good position, but I guess so far in all the games that you've had, what are some of the things that you probably would have wished you changed, or that you feel maybe you could have had a better position right now?
Just the chemistry. I mean, everybody knows we added 3 new guys. One of them is a very big part of our team. So, coming from the States, it is a different game. It's a different game with the physicality. It's a different game with the fouls to give and things like that. Not making any excuses, but, it is what it is.
But there were some games that you probably could have won. I mean, the tough one to UE, to UP. I mean, how do you, I guess, bounce back from losses like those?
Those losses help this team grow. We still have a fighter's chance. We have 3 games to go. Feeling very confident and believing that we could still reach the Final Four, to be honest.
Okay. And what's it going to take? Because you've got 3 really tough teams that are basically also fighting for the Final Four. Well, let's start with that game tomorrow against UST. What's going to be key for you? I'm sure you've prepared already for them. What's going to be key for you in playing them?
It's a must-win for us. And, with this elimination round, I've told our guys, every game for us is a playoff game. So it's just a must-win. Everybody from the coaching staff, from the trainers, must be locked in from the time they get on the bus. And I'm fairly confident that we will be.
Okay, but when you play a team like that, that's so I know you defeated them in the first round. You guys seem to match up well against them, but are you worried? Who are you most worried about in that team?
Well, I'm worried about all of them, to be honest, not just one guy. I mean, they shoot the three-point shot at a very high clip. They attempt about 30 to 40 threes a game. They're number 1 in the league. So if they're making the threes, we all know it's going to be a long night. So we just have to stick to our game plan. We have to be physical because we know it's going to be a tough game, and we have to fight for our playoff and Final Four chances.
Okay, now, I know this UAP season, the turnaround is so quick. Like, you have a Wednesday game, and you have another game the weekend right away. As a coach, do you start preparing already for that game, or you're just focused on the next game in front?
Nah, we're just focused on the game at hand. I mean, it's one game at a time. But right after that game, for me, I break down the film, and then we start preparing for the next game. But right now, in this situation and with all year, it's just one game at a time, focus on that game, and recharge the battery, as you would know us coaches have to do, and then we move on to the next.
Okay, now we asked some questions from some fans online, and some of them had some interesting questions. One of which is, we have a fan asking, I guess, one, are you planning to stay long-term with LaSalle?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I love the school. I love LaSalle. I love the things that we're building. Unfortunately, I know it's very results-driven.
Yep.
That's how it is in basketball. I knew what it was when I signed up for the job, but I'm looking forward to it.
And that's another question that somebody had. How do you handle such a pressure-laden job along with at the Ateneo coaching job, your job is probably one of the most pressured jobs in the Philippines.
Yeah, I mean, I knew what it was when I signed up. It's a very amazing school, very prideful school, very prideful basketball program. So I know it's results driven, and I know what it is.
Okay. And I guess some people are wondering, what plans do you have in store for LaSalle next year? I mean, what's it going to take for this team, the program, the school to be able to win it all? I mean, of course, if you can share any of those plans.
I mean, I can, but I would, I don't really want to. I mean, right now, my goal is focusing on UST, focusing on us trying to get this win and trying to get into the Final Four. I worry about next year when that comes. But as a coaching staff and as a front office and talking to our managers, I mean, we do have a plan set in place. But just as of right now, my total focus is on UST and winning this game.
Okay, now the team chemistry, that's one of the things you mentioned, that you wish you had more time with some of the new guys that you came. But how is the team looking right now? Because some people are saying there are some issues with the team, any discipline issues or stuff like that.
Just a little adversity. Nothing that, us basketball coaches or basketball people can't handle. Just chemistry. Guys are not from here. Guys who have also been here. Just getting them on the same page. And for the most part, we have all been on the same page this whole season. But like you said, it's a short turnaround. Yeah. So, being with a bunch of guys, 14, 15, 16 guys, you're going to have a little adversity. So, that's all it is.
Okay, now lastly, you mentioned some things that you're probably adjusting to in the game out here. But I just want to know, what do you like most about this job? I mean, because when I asked you before, when we talk, and you're like, you always want to learn, you always want to get better, which I appreciate from a guy like you. So in this job so far, what have you liked the most coaching LaSalle? What have you learned that you really can take and help you become a better coach?
The one thing I have learned, it's no excuse for experience. I've been an assistant for 14 years. But it's a little bit different when you're calling the shots and everybody is looking at you. But I love it. I mean, I think I'm built for it. I really have embraced the situation. I love our fans. We have very prideful fans. We have very prideful alumni. And again, I knew all of that coming into the job, but it's just a little bit different when you're going through it. The league is amazing as well. So, just the atmosphere and all those things.
Okay.